Good morning, everyone. Happy Saturday. Welcome to our live creator chit chat. I'm going to give it just a moment to make sure that we are live. So we must be live.
I can hear you.
So good morning. We have just a few people in the chat so far. Usually it takes a minute for the notifications to go off for people to know that we are live. But I wanted to say good morning to Miss Maria for California Thrifter. And I believe
Oh,
has a sale at 1 today.
uh-huh.
So I do try to be off in time for her to get to go to her sale.
Sure.
And then I see Kathy Beck is in our
Oh, Kathy. Hi.
and hey, Daniel, good morning. Daniel Tacky is me, is also here. He is a YouTuber, and he has a little chit chat on Sunday mornings, and I catch about half of that before I have to go to church.
Oh, hey, Daniel.
And Daniel, make sure that you put your time. Is it 10:30 Eastern time on Sunday mornings? And so that we can make sure that we're there. And Miss Joanne, can you see the chat?
I cannot see the chat. No, I didn't set up that laptop.
Okay, that's okay. Because
So I'm going to depend on you to be my ears.
Miss Maria, California Thrifter, said hello
Hello, Maria.
to you. And I'm just going to make sure that everything is good to go. We'll be introducing my guest today in just a few minutes, making sure that we what the lag looks like really. I have to turn it up just a little bit so that I can kind of hear what the lag is. All right. Good morning, Miss Janice. Miss Janice Stevens is here, and she actually lives in Katy, which is not far from me. And I actually got to meet her and go thrifting with her. So that was fun to have someone who I've seen in the chats get to meet someone and go thrifting with them.
Yeah, that is fun.
And Daniel says it is 10:30 Eastern, 9:30 Central time is his little live chat. And sometimes he throws in Thrice Tacky. Is that right, Daniel? Where he sells some items on his sale as well.
Oh, cool.
I'm going to go ahead and again say good morning. Happy Saturday to everyone. I am so excited to get to do a live creator chit chat with Miss Joanne, a work in progress. So welcome, Joanne. I'm so excited that you're here today.
Well, thanks, Beth. I really appreciate you, getting in touch with me and doing this. It's going to be a lot of fun, I think.
Well, I have watched Joanne, oh wow, since I kind of started watching YouTube. And so her calm spirit and the things that she finds have really always been of interest to me. And, I just wanted to get to know more about you. And so that's why I kind of reached out, learning from you as far as what things you used to have live sales. And we'll talk about that in a second. And so I really watched that and I picked a lot of skills that you showed on your live sales to do in mine.
Oh, that's cool.
That's kind of what I you were a mentor to me and still are. And so I was excited and I thought, well, I'll just reach out and see if she's not too busy and if she would like to do it. So
thank you.
Oh, yes. The bins. Joanna bins. What's the Joanna bins, Janice? Because I don't know about that. I know we have some Houston bins and we do go to the Goodwill bins here. But I don't know those.
Me either.
And hello, Miss Damn Jewelry. That's Dolores. Her initials
right.
Miss Damn Jewelry. She is here this morning. And Bella Rose is here. That's my mama.
So, okay. Hello, Mama.
Again, this is Miss Joanne from A Work in Progress. And I'll probably say it. Oh, Joanne's bins.
They are my personal bins.
Yeah. Your Raleigh thrift. And we're going to get into that really quickly because it's such a difference from ours. Kind of the setup is the same, but not the stuff that you find. So again, I have a pleasure of having Miss Joanne from A Work in Progress here. And please make sure that you go and subscribe to her channel. Right now, she's putting out Sunday videos, correct?
Yeah, every Sunday I do and I've done it, I think since I started YouTube, my weekly Sunday thrift haul. I try to get out another video toward like the middle to the end of the week. That doesn't always happen though because of my work schedule, but definitely on Sundays you'll see me.
And she has some wonderful things. And so I was just telling Joanne, even when we practiced, that I kind of just took a chance that she would be willing to meet with me. I watched her, I guess you were in between jobs or looking for a different job when you were doing your live sales every week on Monday
Mhm.
at 7 p.m.
Right.
That's when I really like locked in to kind of see what you thought was a good piece of merchandise or a good item. And then when you started working, you couldn't do that anymore. And I was so sad.
Yeah. Yes, me too. Yeah, you're right. I started them, I got laid off last year because of you know what.
Hmm.
And I couldn't find a job. I was out of work actually for 6 months.
Wow.
And I started the live sales, like you said, every Monday at 7 p.m. A lot of work goes in, as you know, a lot of work goes into doing a live sale, but they were a lot of fun. And I just kind of, I guess, found sort of a niche with some folks, like just learning what it was that they were looking for, what kind of things that they wanted. I had a lot of fun. And my friend Rhonda, that lives down the street from me, she would help me. She would mark down what folks, had purchased and all. I did it up and through November. And then I made a conscious decision to take December off for the holidays and such. And then after that, I was pretty much done with orientation from work and things. I mean, we took off. I mean, just absolutely took off. And I don't feel like I could give the sales the attention that they deserve and get things out to folks in the time that I wanted to get them out to folks after they purchased. So I just decided it was best to just stop them. To be honest, it would have been a big stressor on me because I'm like, oh my gosh, they paid for that. I've got to get that into the mail.
Yeah.
And that might not have happened. So that's the reason I stopped them.
Well, and I know that your viewers were like, hey, are you going to do some live sales? Or
Yeah.
and you had just every video you would say, I know you've asked me about the live sales and I've had to take a break. And so then you kind of started using your stuff in your home and repurposing and flipping some things because you were finding some really cool items.
Well, I'm very fortunate in that a lot of times in my videos, people will reach out to me after the video and say, hey, I saw such and such in your video and I'd like to purchase it. So I have been able to still sell with folks, but it's been on a much smaller scale than it would be on a live sale. And then those I can do because I can get those into the mail, right off the bat. I tell you how much it is and the shipping, and you say yes, and it gets paid just like a live sale, but it's only one or two items at a time. So it's much more manageable. And yeah, my whole house practically is thrifted.
Yeah.
almost everything in my house is thrifted.
We were laughing the other day because I just love, well, the furniture that I have right now. And I was looking around and I thought to myself, holy cow, like my bedroom suit is something that I bought when I moved here. And my mom bought this little single bed in here, but everything else in this house was either given to me, found on the side of the street, bought at Goodwill.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing really. I think maybe the bistro set in the kitchen. It's just a little glass top table with two chairs. I think we also
Mm-hmm.
bought that when I first moved in. But everything else, even Lovey, he built my shelves for my inventory here. Very to have, but he built those. So everything is like free. I'm the queen of find it on the side of the street and paint it kind of thing.
It
So
makes sense. I mean, to me, it just totally makes sense. I mean, why would I go out to a retail store? I mean, sometimes you have to wait. You have to have patience because you may not find what it is that you need right away, but the patience oftentimes pays off. And I wouldn't do it any other way at this point, honestly.
And you can really find some great things. And so
Mhm.
I know for you, I want to get into your the Raleigh Durham, what's it called?
Wait a minute, what is it called? The
The
Durham Rescue Mission outlets. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's in Raleigh, Durham. So she's actually a Carolinian. You're in North Carolina, and of course, I'm from South Carolina, so we're neighbors.
Yeah.
I live in Texas now, and I'm so excited because we just booked tickets to go home for the summer.
Oh.
Get to go to the beach. I have grown up around Myrtle Beach, lived in Myrtle Beach.
Mhm.
I did not get to go last year. I think everyone needs to go to the beach to cleanse their soul at least once a year. And
Yeah.
so excited about being able to go home. And I'll tell you, we booked well in advance. And there was one of the type of rooms that we needed, like a 1-bedroom room. There was one left, and that's months out. So people are going
Wow.
to be traveling this summer, it looks like.
It sounds like it. You have make sure that you go to the flea market. I'm sure you know about it though, the Myrtle Beach Flea Market.
Oh, no, Mom, write this down. Myrtle Beach Flea Market.
Oh yeah, I don't know the address offhand. When my friend Anna and I went for the girls' weekend a little while ago,
Yeah.
we found a flea market. I think it was in North Myrtle Beach, and oh my gosh, you have to go. It was fantastic.
And I'm writing it
There
down.
you go. I'll have to see if I can find the address for you later, and I can send it to you. But I put it in one of my. Somebody asked about it in one of the videos that I did, and I typed it in, but it was in a comment. So heaven knows that we're to be able to find that now. But you have to go. It was fantastic.
My mom is saying that my great grandmother, we call her Granny, she was a Tar Heel as well.
Oh, okay, good.
Uh,
Well, I'm not a Tar Heel actually,
oh,
but
yeah.
that's UNC.
Where are you originally from?
Well, I was actually born in Germany. My dad was stationed there, so I was born in Germany, and we moved here for a very, very short period of time to the States, got shipped back to Germany. Then when I was 6 years old, just about to start kindergarten, we moved to Pennsylvania. Parents bought a house in Pennsylvania, which my sister is still in
Oh, wow.
since, gosh, so they purchased that house in 1964, and my sister is still in it. So I was raised in Pennsylvania, Scranton. It's in the northeastern part. I was raised there, moved down to Miami, Florida,
Oh,
culture shock, when I was in my mid-20s, and then moved up here with my daughter's father. Moved up here. Oh my gosh, it's been over 20 years, 25 going on 30 years now in Raleigh, and I guess that's where I'm going to end up. That's where I'm staying.
yeah. And Dolores just asked what part of North Carolina, and that's Raleigh. You're in Raleigh, North Carolina. It's a beautiful area.
Yeah.
And yeah, my mom is reminding me that I have doughboy end tables and a drop leaf table. And literally, I moved into a house. I'm that kid that's like, I'm moving out and I'm going to be on my own, right? But I have no furniture,
Mhm.
no
Yeah.
air conditioning, no furniture, no
Yeah.
TV, no nothing.
But you're going.
I came home and Mom had been to the thrift store, and I had a coat rack, the doughboy end tables, a drop leaf table, and a couch. And I was like, where did we get this couch? And it literally came from our friend's shed that her husband used to, hang out with his friends and stuff.
Uh-huh.
And he would just like hang out on the couch. So they were getting him a new couch and gave me the old couch.
Hey, at least you had something to sit on. Though there is always the floor, but I know, hey, when you're going, nothing is going to stop you. Yep.
Yeah. And I just thought
Mhm.
I knew everything, right? Because
Of
I
course.
knew everything.
Yeah.
And they came over one day, and in South Carolina, it's hot, and it
Yes.
didn't have AC. It did not have central AC. And
Um,
I have a window unit. I was like, I can do this. They came in, and I don't even know where those candlesticks are, Mom. They're painted. Granny had them, and they were the round ones with the little hole, like the Jack Be Nimble
mhm.
candlestick things. Okay, well, I had 2 pillar candles in there, and they had melted. And my daddy looked at me and he said, Girl, you cannot stay in a house where it will melt wax candles.
Oh my
So
gosh.
he put a window unit in, and I was like, I'm fine, it's fine.
Oh, he saved you with that, let me tell you.
He's
Holy cow.
once that big daddy of mine. He was
I'm
amazing.
sure.
Uh,
Yep.
but yes, Mother says she's actually been to the flea market, but I'm assuming they just didn't want to tell me there was one there because they knew
Oh,
I would go to the flea market. It'd be
then you're gonna go.
flea market. That'd be it.
Yep. Yep.
We'll see how much we get to do other than thrift and lay out when I'm actually at the beach for those couple of days.
What else is there to do? I mean, I don't know. Go to the beach and go thrifting.
I grew up there. I don't want to go to, all the little we don't even eat seafood. Like Lovey
Oh,
eat seafood, so there's no reason for us to go there. He'll probably
yeah.
cook something. And we don't have kiddos, so a lot of those touristy things we won't do.
Mhm.
Um,
Yeah,
I'm not sure that he'll go thrifting. He might just chill out on the balcony, but he might not go thrifting. Um,
that's okay.
so Dolores is asking, where do you prefer to thrift? Flea markets, thrift stores, or antique stores?
Oh,
Other than the bins, because your favorite is
yeah.
probably bins.
Yeah, other than the bins, although I love antique shops and I like to go and browse at antique shops, I'm about as cheap as they come.
Me too.
So I hate to spend the money at antique shops when I know that, like I said earlier, if you have patience, I know I'm going to find it eventually. So probably my favorite place is thrift stores. I do like flea markets. Um, those sometimes I find, at least the one here in Raleigh, sometimes those folks, they have an indoor area at our flea market, and the folks that are indoors pay a price for being indoors. So a lot of their stuff is pretty high priced, almost like you're going to an antique shop. So thrift stores would be first, and then flea markets, and then antique shops for me.
How are the garage sales in your area?
I'm trying to think if I went to any last year even. I did go to a couple of them last year. Those were pretty good. I have not gone to any yet this year. At least I don't think I did. I think I
I,
might have gone to one.
since I've lived here in 20 years, I've been to one garage sale.
How come? Why only one?
Well, I live and work in the same neighborhood.
Uh-huh.
And so sometimes on Saturdays, you just don't want to see those people. And you look a hot fright mess because you
Oh,
go in whatever and no makeup or
oh,
whatever.
I don't care. You
And
should see me when I go to the bins. It's frightening. Thank God we have to wear masks now because otherwise people would just, although it would keep them away from what I was looking at because they would not want to come near me. I am an absolute hot mess when I go out thrifting. I am not out to impress anybody. I'm just going because that's what I like to do. You got to get to more yard sales though.
I think some of my yard sale stuff it's the same as estate sales with me. I am like estate sales, I've been to two. The first one that I went to, I knew it was a living estate sale, and so it was like a
Uh-huh.
garage sale, right? But there was this
Yeah.
huge house and a barn and a double car garage. I mean, so it was kind of like just a big community yard sale, but it was one family.
Yeah.
That's the lady that had like 200 McCoy cookie jars and 300 planters, and it was just
Wow.
amazing. However, when I went to my second one, I knew that it was a family estate sale and the person had passed, and there were so many people literally just, I've said this before on lives chats, but rummaging through her closet and her drawers. They just opened it like and said free for all. I mean, it was as if she just walked out and the stuff on
Yeah.
the bathroom counter, and that just made me really nervous. And I think that's how I feel about garage sales. I don't want people to think, oh, I don't like your stuff, but it just may not be something that I'm interested in. And just going
Mhm.
people's personal spaces, I guess,
Mhm.
is weird for me. Now at the bins, I'm all about digging, and I love to go to the junk stores and stuff like that. But I don't know. I mean, I, if I was not in the area or lived in the area, probably I'd go to more yard sales.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
So
Well, don't think of it like that though, Beth, because like that you don't want their stuff. They didn't want it either. That's why it's out at their yard sale.
they didn't want it either.
You don't have to feel bad.
Um, and there, hey Michelle, I saw Michelle Newton's cupboard is just jumping in, and I hope I didn't miss anybody else. Janice is and Dolores are talking about they don't have them here like garage sales, right? Is what you're talking about, Dolores? But they do have car boot sales. So
Yeah, that's right.
the trunk. And
Mm-hmm.
so she's done a video, and y'all need to go check that out. And I'm dying. I'm going to the UK. I mean, I have been invited, but I am going. And I'm going to a car boot sale, and I'm going to meet Lady Peacock. It's an antique. It is a lady who owns an antique shop, but
Mm-hmm.
she is the most put together, just elegant person. I only saw a snippet of her and fell in love with her immediately. And Dolores actually went and spoke with her today on camera, did a little interview.
Oh,
And I was
cool.
upset because she didn't let me Marco Polo with her so I could talk to Miss Lady Peacock. So, oh, and she says I'm invited, so that's good because I was
There you go.
move over, Dave. I'm coming
All
up.
right.
So tell me what is now when I started watching your bins, your mission was outside
Yes, yeah.
and it was under tents. And my favorite thing about watching you thrift there is how many people help you find stuff and will bring stuff to you while you were filming. It was amazing.
Yeah, yeah. They're great. And I started there. I started thrifting at that outlet the very first day that they opened up. My girlfriend is the one. She sent me the text. She said, or she sent me an email. She said, "Hey, did you know they're opening up bins?" I'm like, "Okay, where? When?" I was there when they opened up their tent. Yeah, they started out in their parking lot, and it was under these huge tents, and it was over the summertime when I mean the sweat was just dripping off of you, and it was very odd because here you are in a mask, and people would say, "Oh, are you Joanne?" And like, maybe. It's like, is this good or bad? Don't you have a YouTube channel? I said, yeah, I do. Oh, I watch you all the time. And I was like, oh, wow, that's really cool. And people would just start introducing themselves and bringing stuff over and say, hey, I found this. Are you interested in taking this? Such nice people that I have met there. Even my friend, when I went this morning, because of course I went this morning, my friend Kelly brought me some scissors that she had found and thought that I might be interested in them. So, and then she brought me another bundt cake form pan. Is that what they're called?
It's a
Um,
it's a bundt cake pan. But
yeah,
you were gonna,
yes.
what are you doing with yours? You had said it in the video. What are you doing with it?
Yeah, I'm stealing somebody's idea. I
It's
saw her. I'm borrowing. Her name is Bree. Upcycled by Bree is her channel. She put them above her sliding glass door. At least I think it was a sliding glass door in her dining room. And I just thought it was a really cool look. So I've been collecting them now. And I don't care if they're dinged or scratched up or anything, because I'm that kind of person that thinks that just adds really character to a piece. It doesn't have to be brand spanking new to me. So they're going in my kitchen somewhere. I'm just not quite sure where they're going yet. But yeah, the people at the bins, they're really nice. Even today, people were saying, like this one woman loves Christmas and we see each other every Saturday. So I'm bringing her Christmas stuff. And then a little while later, she said, "Oh, do you like chickens?" And she brings me over this chicken. So it's just a two-way street. Most people that go there are just super, super nice. I love it.
well, you were telling me that there's a gentleman that works there, and y'all used to bring him cookies.
Yes, we did. Yeah, yeah. He's not there any longer.
Oh no!
He's moved on to bigger and better things. But the gentleman that took his place is a really nice gentleman. He was there this morning, in fact, and cut me a deal this morning that was just really good.
Well, I mean, if cookies will help, I will take. Yes, and Miss Janice is saying we need car boot sales here in Texas. Now, the couple of people, so Dolores is originally from Houston, not far
Mhm.
from where I live. And she, every once in a while, she'll remember a place to go and thrift. And she'll,
Oh,
oh, you have to go so and so. And I'm like, how far is that? And she goes, oh my gosh, 20 minutes. You could drive 20 minutes.
yes.
But you know, in Houston, 20 minutes on the map could be 45 minutes due to traffic or flooding, which was what
Oh,
a little bit today and yesterday. And you know, we've got areas that are already flooded. But
oh,
a few minutes and it'll go down, you know.
uh-huh.
So yeah, better bring the new guy cookies, Dolores says. If bring him some cookies
I
too.
got to find out what kind he likes first, and then I'll bring him cookies.
But I,
Although I'll tell you, I don't know if he could give me any better deals than he already does.
oh, that's
Uh,
awesome.
yeah, I mean, other than just saying, just take it and walk out, it can't get any better. The guy, he was saying this morning, there was, because I had run into a friend of mine, and as he was checking out, he turned around and he said to the checkout guy's name is Marcus. He said, Marcus, charge her double. Just charge her whatever it is, charge her double. And he says, oh no, I can't do that. She's been with us from day one. So
Yeah,
he remembered me from when we were out in the back, you know, out in the tents. And yeah, he gave me a real good deal today.
that is awesome. So
Yeah.
what is the best thing that you've ever found in the bins?
Oh, mm, it was probably the very first day that I went. The thrifting gods just opened up and they were so generous. That day I found, I don't know how many willow trees, two yadros,
Oh, wow.
two yadros, and sterling silver. So I went, there's a place here that I go to in Raleigh that I just take sterling silver to. They bought the sterling silver off of me. The Yadros sold to a couple of my viewers. The
Mhm.
willow trees sold to some viewers. Those were probably those are the things that pop into my head first as the really good things that I have found there.
You and I were talking when we were practicing, and she's like, so what are you going to ask? And I said, well, one of the things I'm going to ask about is like, what's been the thing that, you know, sold for the most money or whatever. So do you list on eBay or just Facebook Marketplace? Where do you, what other seller platform do you have?
I do Facebook Marketplace here locally. I don't do any shipping on Facebook Marketplace because I tend to sell their larger items that honestly I wouldn't want to have to box up and somebody is not going to want to pay the shipping for it because it would be outrageously expensive. So the larger things I do on Facebook Marketplace, and then I do on Poshmark and eBay and Etsy, although Etsy hasn't been all that good for me. eBay has probably been the best place for me for reselling, and then Poshmark would go underneath of that. And then actually, I do pretty well on Facebook Marketplace with local sales. And then Etsy, I've only had about 2 sales on Etsy. I'm grateful for them, but it just hasn't been as active as the other selling platforms have been.
What I'm not brave yet to do eBay. It takes me a minute to process like all of the rules, right? Because I have this thing about I don't want to break the rules. I used to sell on there, but that's been 20 years ago. Me and my big daddy sold on there. Um,
Mhm.
and now it's different, like it's very different. And you know, it used to be back then that you didn't claim it on taxes unless you sold $500 or more a month. And
Mhm.
now that's not the case. You know, it's all tracked and everything, and there's so many rules, and you know, that whole calculated shipping and, you know, versus free shipping. And I'm just like, okay, I'll need some time off to process all those rules before I can get back on there. So one day when I'm brave, I'm gonna do
Yeah.
it.
The scariest thing, I'm not sure why, even the scariest thing when I started on eBay was the shipping. Shipping just terrified me.
Yeah.
But what I found, and I've lost money because of I've not uh, I like the box turned out to be larger than I thought it was going to be. But if you really take the time to weigh your item first with the box, or at least what you think the box is going to be, and you put that in there. It's turned out to be not as scary as I thought. And the hardest thing is just to take the plunge. Just try it.
Now, when I did my very first live sale, I think I overprojected because I had like all these items because, I was listening and watching and getting advice from everybody. And I think I tried to do everything that everybody said.
Yeah.
All these backup items. And because people were so sweet, it was my first sale. They were like, oh, show some more. I was on 3 hours and
Wow.
showed like 72 items, ended up selling about 50 to 60 items. And it took me 11 hours to package and invoice my first time. And I was like, note to self. Right.
Scale down, scale back. Yeah. Wow.
Well, I think on New Year's Day, yes, it was New Year's Day, I was packaging, and we were gonna wait and cook and do something, but we didn't end up doing, and nothing was open because it was during COVID. It was New Year's Day. We ended up having, I think, ham sandwiches from the grocery store. But I packaged for
that's okay.
It was ridiculous.
Wow.
So,
oh my gosh.
Is asking, do you collect any specific items?
I do collect. Yeah, my biggest collection, where the one that's the most important to me probably are Hummels, because being born in Germany, my mom used to go to the PX. That was like the pharmacy kind of like just an all goods store, dry goods store. And she started buying these little figurines, these little Hummel figurines. And back then, you're talking about early 60s. She'd buy them for $3, $5, something like that. We moved to the States, and then my father got involved with it, and they had a huge Hummel collection. And my very first Hummel, my mother gave to me as a bridal shower gift. When I got married, because I've actually been married twice. So she gave it to me as my bridal shower gift of my first bridal shower. And after that, I started collecting them. So that's the one that really means the most to me because it has ties to my parents. And then my mom did give me a couple of other ones that I have still in my collection. And every once in a while, I'll come across one. So that's the one that really means the most to me. The other collection, I have other smaller collections, but the other one is my Madonna collection.
Yeah, I knew about that.
Oh, folks have sent me the most beautiful Madonnas for my collection. In fact, I have another one in my office waiting to be opened. I already know what she is. I just haven't seen her yet. I haven't opened her yet. But folks have sent me the most beautiful Madonnas to include in my collection. So that's the second biggest one to me. And then I have little collections like wooden thread spools and those candles that are joined.
Oh yeah, you did say the
yeah.
candles. You found something in a video.
Yeah, little stuff like that. But the Hummels and the Madonnas are the most special to me.
I saw my stepmom is in Hey Vicky, and said that my dad has Hummel wine glasses.
Hummel wine glasses?
Wine glass.
I didn't know Hummel even made glasses.
You'll have to send me a picture, text me a picture, Vicky, and I'll send it to Joanne and see
what
it looks like, because I've never heard of those.
Neither have I.
I wonder if those were at Gigi's house, his mom. That's what I used to call her, my grandmother. So what I wanted people to hear is, we were talking the other day practicing, and I was like, yeah, well, I'll probably ask, like, what was your most profitable find at a thrift store? And all of a sudden you were talking and you went, oh, and I was like, oh my gosh, what happened? I'm going to let you tell them what that was.
Well, I don't know if that was that. I'll tell you two of them. I think my probably most profitable thing that blew me away was, and I had it forever, I found what I thought was a Christian Dior bag. It was this tiny, there we go, this tiny little bag, honestly, could not be any bigger than that. It was a saddle bag. It was shaped like this saddle bag. It was a little bit dirty, and I thought, I don't want to resell this because I don't know if this is original or not. So I finally took the plunge. I cleaned it up and I sent it into, I don't know if you're familiar with The Real Reel.
I'm not, but
Okay, well they have ads on TV. They sell like, you know, this real high end designer pieces, and they authenticate them before they sell them. So I thought, okay, well, I'll send it into them. If it's not real, you don't get it back because it's, it's illegal to sell counterfeit. So if they were to research it and they found it to be a counterfeit, you don't get it back. I'm like, okay, well, that's fine with it because I can't sell it anyway. Well, it was authentic. And they sold that bag for $1,200. I made a little over $800 on it.
how?
And I probably paid, knowing cheap little me, maybe $4 or $5 for it. So that's probably the thing that has just jaw dropped me and made me the most money. The other thing that we were talking about were these scissors that I found. They started with a G. I can't remember who makes them. I found them while I was out thrifting. They're little embroidery scissors. They're only about 4 inches long. They came in the case and everything. And when I was out thrifting with my friend Anna, I looked them up on eBay. I closed down the app. I said, Anna, look up these scissors for me. And she looked them up, and mask and all on, I could tell her mouth just went, what? There were 7 of them. I scarfed them all up into my little basket.
7? I thought you got 4. You got 7.
Oh, I got 7. I got 7 total. I've sold 4. So I have 3 more to sell. And they have each sold, the least expensive one sold for $100 and the other sold for $140. And I paid $2 for them. Yeah.
Do you know
For scissors.
you know anything about them? Like why that people would pay that much for them? Or I mean, are they made out of gold or?
I don't, you would think, right? I have no idea. They're a designer series, it's called. So the little handles where you would put your fingers, they all have different designs on them. They have different names. Like I know Penelope was one of them. I don't know why that sticks in my head, but Penelope was one. One had a cheetah print on it, and they just come in these little, plastic cases. They're made in Italy, so they're a good scissor. And then they have a little sheath that you would slip
Right.
the blade inside of to keep them, clean and sharp and all. But I have no idea. I don't know what there is about these scissors, but they went like crazy. But I still have 3 more that are listed, and I will patiently wait for those to sell too.
I mean, even if they have to sit there for a year or two, the other one's sold. So yeah.
Yeah, I'm fine with that. They take up very little space.
And I'll tell you that I probably would be like, oh, those are scissors. They probably came from the dollar store, and I would have passed them up.
Yeah, I have honestly I have no idea what just said, hey, look these things up. But I am so grateful that I did. So that was number 2 for me.
Yeah, I know that Michelle at Newton's Covered recently found a brooch, and we have been really excited because she found it. I can't remember where she found it, and she was like, "Oh, well, I kind of paid up for it." Blah blah blah. Well, she had to list it because they are going for a tremendous amount of money. In my mind, that's a tremendous amount of money for a thrifted item. But you never know what you're going to find. People like me don't know what it is, and we just was like, hey, we got to get rid of it. We get donated to get that tax write-off,
Mm-hmm.
and then somebody that does know or wants to take the time to look it up, they really make out. They really make out with that. But a lot of that stuff from Italy sells really, really well. I've even
Yeah,
Italian pottery that I look up and I'm like, whoa.
yeah.
I'm not really sure that I feel comfortable with that, being entrusted with this. I got it at Goodwill for like $2.99 or $3.99. I have 2 pictures. One is one that is, for me, anything that's close to $100, that's a lot of money
Yes.
because the reseller piece on this platform has just started. But as far as flipping items, I've done that for a long time. But as far as reselling them, I haven't done that as long. Just on this, probably, oh gosh, maybe 2 years. But really most of that stuff was stuff that I flipped. Um,
Uh-huh.
I flipped a lot of furniture. I flipped a lot of home goods and stuff like that. But the trinkets and the things, I only started doing that, like I've told them before in the chat, because I needed to stage the item. And I thought, well, I can't stage it with something modern, and it's a vintage flipped piece of furniture.
Yeah.
So I started just buying trinkets, and I didn't want to spend a lot for it because I knew I wasn't going to keep it. And then
Yeah.
people were starting to buy the trinkets, and then it kind of went on from there. They're all
Yeah.
saying you have a great eye. And now Dolores is saying, I'll be back. I'm going to look for embroidery scissors. She's on the hunt.
Oh, I've got my eyes peeled for those things now. I'll tell you what. I'm I'm always looking out for, of course, those now that I know. And although I have not found in a long time, I'm always looking out for sterling silver
I
because
don't
that I take to.
I don't know how to tell. I found some spoons. And I think my mom is the one that in some jewelry. She was like, Beth, that's gold. And I was like, how do you know? She goes, it says it on the clasp. It's gold.
Yeah,
And I was
yeah.
like, oh, okay.
Well, the folks that I take my stuff to, although I haven't been in a while, they were I mean, they're very knowledgeable. They were happy to share. And I'll bet you any place that's a really good, reputable place is going to want to educate people. So you would bring them more stuff so they can buy and they can make money. So the people were very happy to share their knowledge. But on that, so sterling is going to be marked. The gold is going to be marked as well. But you know what they told me was that sometimes there are like some kind of embosser things or something that people can buy and emboss, 14 karat gold, and it's not.
Oh, wow.
So, and I would imagine that's something you could probably do with sterling silver, well, with silver anyway too. And so, you know what? You never know. But to me, because I'm so fortunate that a lot of times I can get this stuff for pretty little money, I'll go ahead and take the chance. And then the people that know what they're doing and can test it and all will know whether or not it's authentic or not.
Yeah, somebody had a YouTube video about showing you how to test if it was sterling. Um,
Uh-huh.
I need to find that because I ran across it. It goes up on your feed, and I ran across it, but I didn't mark it to save it.
Uh-huh.
I really
Yeah.
should have done that. So I need to look that up because I have to I need to find out about these pieces. I found several spoons. They're small spoons. I think they're either going to be salt spoons or
Oh, yeah.
sugar spoons. And, when we get a jam jar or something, it never has its spoon, right?
Yeah.
We were just buying extra ones, and that way we could sell it as, with the jam
Right.
jar or something. And we were finding them pretty cheap, but I think I was with Miss Martha when I went with Tammy from Vintage Uprising Texas and Martha from A Vintage Conversation. We went to Dolores, where's that place that we went? Janice, we're Round Top. We went to Round Top, and I found a whole little bag of them, and there were probably maybe 7 or 8 spoons in there. She charged me maybe $4 for them.
Uh-huh.
And some of them, I think Miss Martha was saying this one, as she thinks, is sterling. And there was a
Oh.
back that she was looking for. Hey,
Mhm.
Jessica, Thrifty Shutterbug. That's our other UK friend.
Oh, I like that name.
Yeah, she's actually a photographer, but
Oh.
she's done a lot of YouTube videos recently, and she took us on a little car boot sale. I just watched that. I think that was this morning. If either I might have been late on watching that, but yeah, Dolores says she's always looking for spoons for her jam jars too.
Oh, yeah.
So what is coming up on where do you see your channel going? I know that right now you're working. Are you going to continue to be able to do your Sunday videos? I thought I heard you say something about DIY videos in one of yours.
Yeah, I'm definitely doing my Sunday videos because that's a staple for me now. Um, I do want to do more DIY videos, and I've got some ideas of things that I want to do. So hopefully those will be coming up. I bought a few things today actually that I'm going to try and turn around and make some stuff with, and it involves rolling pins, whether they're new or old rolling pins. So, and I actually I got the idea from somebody else. So again, I'm borrowing somebody's idea.
We borrow from Pinterest a lot too.
Yes. And oh, actually today I found it's a cutlery tray, but when you flip it over, it has a very weathered and worn look to the back of it. So I want to turn it into the face for a clock.
Oh, that'll be cool.
Yeah, it just when I flipped it over, that's the first thing that came to my mind was like, oh, this would make a really cool looking clock. So yeah, I do want to do some more DIY videos. My back deck I'm looking at right now is a real hot mess. I did a video on that last year. I don't know if you know, or if anybody out there knows Nicole Northgarden. She used
Yeah.
to do these, get her done challenges.
Yes.
Yeah, so I did a get her done challenge, which was last spring, was cleaning off my deck, and it really, really needs it again. So, I'd like to film that because I've got some plants that I want to put out there, and just the whole thing needs to be cleaned off. So definitely the weekly Sunday thrift hauls, and if my schedule would just allow with work, another video during the week, whether it's going to be another thrift haul video or a DIY video, something like that. So that's what I have. I mean, I got lots of plans.
Yeah. Don't have the time.
I don't have the time. Yeah, this darn work just gets in the way of all the fun.
I said I try
Yes.
to it's lovely. I don't need to do that working thing, but you get insurance. So when I first started, my whole purpose of the YouTube channel was to show people how I flip. That was my first thought, and then stage, because I was staging for my sales, my shows, because I do shows as well.
Uh-huh.
So, but my house had to be renovated, and I had to shove everything out of the house into certain rooms and in sections. And I literally gutted every square inch of this house with stuff. And then what is left over is still in the garage. So
Uh-huh.
slowly put things back together. And I did one piece. I told them before on the channel that I turned a French provisional desk into a bathroom vanity and hooked it up with the sink on top and the
Yeah, I love that.
thing. And so that was what I was originally going to do. I've probably done 2 DIYs. Now, I do have a DIY coming where I taught myself to make that rag swag. I had
Oh, I love those things.
but I'm gonna go to here's my our bright ideas.
Yes.
Ends and film me finding. I want to find like old shirts with like stars and red and blue and stripes and all that. And I want to
Oh.
see if it'll be cheaper if I recycle those clothes,
Mhm.
use that material to cut the strips, and then do the DIY on how to make that. Now that I know how to tie it, I just didn't want
Yeah.
to my very first one because I was afraid I'd get mad at myself and not be able to do it. But so I have that DIY video coming out. And then I was just talking to Dolores about this is I've watched a couple of day in the life videos.
Uh-huh.
And I haven't seen a day in the life of someone who is a full-time outside the home job.
Mhm.
I think I'm going to do what it's like to do a day in the life for someone who is a part-time reseller with a 40 to 60 hour a week outside the home job.
Yeah.
Because we tracked it Lovey tracked it over weeks. And, I get up at 6:30, I'm at work until 4 or 5 o'clock, maybe have 4 to 8 meetings a day. And then, I'm running all the errands after work, and then I'm coming home and doing inventory or prepping for a live sale or washing inventory or researching inventory. And so then it would be 10, 11 o'clock before I get into bed. So Dolores was like, yes, do that, because she also works outside the home as well, and tries to maintain her Etsy and her reseller business as well. And I think that will kind of give people an idea that this is a passion, and we're kind of having to put it on the back burner because we still have, which is kind of what happened to you and having to do your live sales.
Well, I would love to be able to do this full time. I mean, that would be my ultimate, to do this full time and be able to not have to work, because I love it. I mean, that is my thing, going out thrifting. The whole reason I got started reselling at all is that I was going out buying clothes for myself because I thrifted all of my clothes and I would find what I thought were these great pieces with tags still on them. And
Yes.
like, well, but it doesn't fit me. I'm like, well, dang, somebody's got to be able to use this. And then I got started selling on Poshmark. That's where I started. I mean, anybody that wants to get started, Poshmark is the easiest place to start.
Yeah, that's
Absolutely.
and she does when we go to the bins, she does clothes, shoes, purses on Poshmark. That's not
Hmm.
something that I'm looking for. I'm looking for vintage linens, I'm looking for
Yeah.
hard books and stuff like that. And so we kind of both we go our separate ways when we go, we fill the bin, we meet back up, we trade all this stuff, and then we figured out.
Yeah.
But that is her that's her income too. She stays at home with her children who have disabilities, and so she stays home, but she makes that extra money for that. But yeah,
Hmm.
maybe when we retire and we can just do it for fun. I used to want a storefront. I
Oh,
want a store, and I still kind of do, except I live vicariously through the lady where my booth is in Glen Flora, Texas, at the Glen Flora Emporium. And she spends every Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday at the shop. And I'm thinking, I don't know if I want to do that.
yeah. Yeah.
So
Yeah. Yeah.
that's a
I don't think I ever wanted a brick and mortar store. What I like about doing the reselling on eBay and stuff is you're asleep at 3 o'clock in the morning and ding, yay, somebody buys something. So
you're not even mad at woke you up.
that's what I I will be waking up for that kind of thing all night long. I don't care.
Oh, hey, I saw Christine from Side Street Market come in. Hey, Christine and Miss Martha, Vintage Conversation. Your ears must have been burning. I was talking about all the goodies we found when we went to Round Top that time. And she's working on a building. Her lovey, her honey, has built her an actual building that is going to like have her inventory and be a studio for her. And they are building that. So that is, I can't wait to see it. We've been seeing it long and long, but I can't wait to see it when it's finished.
Wow.
And I see Julie Daytrip Vintage Company has come in as well. Well,
Hey,
Jan
Julie.
Stevens asked a question, and she says, any live sales coming up?
Oh,
Um,
funny she should ask.
you should ask. Um, Joanne, I have kind of talked Joanne into twisted her arm, and she and I are going to do a live sale together on Monday. So she always did her live sales on Monday night at 7 p.m. Eastern time. So this coming Monday on the 3rd, Joanne and I will be doing a live sale together here on my channel. We're going to start small. We're going to start with 15 items each. So it'll be 3 rounds of 5. So she'll start and show 5 items, and then I will go and do 5 items, and so on and so forth. So I'm super excited about that. I love doing joint live sales because it kind of gives you somebody to talk to other than you're just talking to yourself in
Uh-huh.
that. Now I've always done the sales by myself, and I will tell you that when I watched, I kept thinking, oh, I need a Rhonda. I need
Yes,
a
I love my Rhonda.
Oh, she was the one time that I was like, that is the sweetest person ever. She literally ran down the street for one of your live sales. You were going to try to do it by yourself. And she's
Yeah.
like, oh no, I guess she had something to do. And she literally ran down the street to come and to help you
Yeah,
do
I
it.
remember that.
And I
Yeah.
thought,
Yeah. She's a sweetheart.
so, so I hope you guys will join. Again, I want to make sure that you are subscribed to Joanne's channel. She's got some great things coming up, and that you will come back to my channel. Of course, subscribe to my channel if you're not, but come back. So hit that notification bell so that you will not miss our live sale, which is Monday the 3rd. So just in 2 days at 7 p.m. Eastern time. For our sale. And I was going to give them a sneak peek. So you want to give them a little sneak peek of a couple of items you might have for sale?
I would love to.
Okay.
I was talking about willow trees before. So I will, in Monday night sale, I will have, whoop, where is she? There we go. I'll have this little trinket box. I think
Okay.
she's absolutely adorable. It's got a little candle on both sides. Clean as a whistle on the inside. And she says, of course, I don't have my glasses. Bless and keep all something. I don't have my glasses on. You guys will probably be able to read it. Whoop,
Let me see. Hold it
there we
up.
go.
If
There we
it'll,
go.
I think it says bless and keep all. I don't know what that says, y'all. Oh, keep
Me
all
either.
bless and keep all safe.
Safe. Okay. So I'll have this little girl Monday night. Another thing, I'm going to have this picture. I adore the colors in this picture.
That's
There
pretty.
we go. Isn't it gorgeous? I love the teal here. And I don't know if this is kind of a red or a very deep pink color. And then the teal goes on the handle there. And I believe this is, yep, this one is marked USA. There we go.
Say,
On the bottom.
Is that either Christine, is that Shawnee or is that McCoy? I don't know because of that airbrushing and that glaze. I got to look at my book.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. What I do know is I think it's just beautiful. I love the colors. I love the shape to this vase.
USA 49.
I said 49 on it. Oh, yeah. 40, 49,
I
49,
think
40. Might be 40.
hold it up again, please, and let me see. I got to wait for it to come on this. But yeah.
Can you see it? Is it
Uh,
USA 40?
like 40. It's either 40 or 49. I thought it said 40.
Okay.
What do y'all think? Tell me if it's 40 or 49 in the chat. And we need to look that up. That may be a McCoy or a.
I love this piece, and not a chip
Beautiful.
or a nick on it. The other thing I have, I think this is going to be kind of fun for anybody that likes vintage kitchen or might be wanting to get started collecting some vintage kitchen items. I'm going to have this whole little colander filled.
Oh, wow.
So it's going to come with this was in a frame, but I took it out of the frame. I absolutely love this piece, cross stitch piece, and then just a little strainer. And what else do we have in here? Oh, some little vintage cookie cutters.
That's a lot of some vintage.
Yeah, some little tea. Oh, there we go, tea tins. Some more cookie cutters. There's a whole bunch of little cookie cutters and biscuit cutters and all in it. That's going to come. Ice cream scoop. An old can opener, which I love the chippy white paint on this piece. And then I'm such a ditz. I thought this was some kind of grater. Somebody told me in the comments it's for scaling fish.
Oh, really?
I thought it was a scaler, some kind of scaler thing, but they said it was for scaling, or rather a grater. They said it was for scaling fish. But anywho's.
And I was scaled fish with a spoon. I had to fish with a spoon. You go back. You go against the way that the scales are.
Yeah.
We did it with a teaspoon.
Oh gosh. Whatever works, I guess, right? Whoop.
Yeah. They're calling it a starter kit.
Yeah, a little starter kit, exactly. Got a little starter kit there. Oop, there we are. So what do you have? What are some sneak peeks of yours?
I have a if I'm saying this name right, Coralla Clicks Vlogs. And I don't know if the question is for you or me, but do you have any plans for starting a podcast? For me, that would be no. And that's because I don't really have that much wonderful things to say that people would want to listen to and don't know how to use it. So
not true at all.
I actually have, and I got this from another reseller, and I thought it was going to be the colors that I wanted, and it didn't. There's two things that I've bought from resellers that I really wanted, and I just knew they were going to be the right colors, and they didn't turn out to be the right colors.
Oh.
One of my items is going to be a vintage apron.
Oh, folks love aprons.
And they have it has two pockets. It's an adult apron. It has some great colors.
Oh, yeah.
And Martha, this reminded me of the colors that Tammy, I think this is the colors that Tammy wanted to put in her kitchen. But I know she's already got this beautiful blue. But I do have this apron.
That's nice.
Thrifty Shutterbug says she has that scalar thing in her tackle box.
See, it is a fish scaler then. Maybe I don't know. Should I keep it in with the kitchen stuff? I'm not sure.
I mean, it's a utensil.
It is.
So the other thing I think I will show you is I've seen a couple of these floating around, but I actually found one too.
Oh, with the stopper too.
On strawberry. It had bath foam in it. So I'll have this in the sale. And then I have, hold on, I'm off camera, I know. I have a set of Pimpernel.
Okay.
Like mini placemats, if I don't break everything that's already over here. They do have their box, and they are called North American Wildflowers.
Oh,
aren't they beautiful?
That is so pretty. Oh,
and I thought even hanging on the wall that these are gorgeous. The colors in those are just amazing. This is probably my favorite one. And they do have their little Pimpernel sticker on the back. And it does have the box. Now, the box has seen better days, but I just loved those. So these will be for sale in the sale on Monday as well. Yes, suitable for framing. Yes. Expecting pearls. Thank you for coming. So that was, did I show you 2 or 3 things?
Three.
Okay, good. That's what I was going to show you was 3 things. We showed about 2 or 3 things. So I'm super excited about the sale. You know, we'll see how it goes. If it goes great, we might do some more of those, because if we can do it in small chunks, you know, and then you would still be able to, your viewers are wanting to see the items and have a chance to snag those from you. But yeah, I think it's fun. I think it'll be a lot of fun.
Looking forward to it.
Also coming up on my channel, I am having a Viva La Mexico sale with Debbie from Our Vagabond Travels. She is the queen of Tonala. That's what I call her anyway. She has a house in Mexico, and she actually has a video on her YouTube where she met a Tonala artist. And he explained the difference between signed and not signed. He explained how they get their colors, which is from all natural fruits and plants. There, and it is an amazing video. So if you haven't checked that video out, go to Our Vagabond Travels, Debbie, and watch that video. But we're going to have all things Mexico inspired. So there will be some Tonala inspired pieces. There's going to be anything with a Mexican flair. I do have some jewelry, and I think she has some. I've seen some of her items. So we're each going to have about anywhere from 15 to 20. She's just seeing how many that she can get. So, and then on the 24th, I'm going to fly solo. I'm actually taking a day off, and I am going to have a solo live sale in the daytime. So mine and Debbie's sale is Saturday the 15th at 12, 11 Central. And then I'm going to have my sale at 1 o'clock Eastern Standard Time on Monday, the 24th. So lots going on. Thank you, Dolores, for putting the link to Joanne's channel in the chat.
Thank you.
Yeah, I do hope that you guys will come back and start watching Joanne if you don't already. Oh, it was nice to meet you too, Kathy. I've seen you a lot in the chats. I feel like I know some because Kathy's always been in the chats of your sales and things. So when I watch that, I feel like I know her. Yes.
Kathy is
Miss CJ Bailey, I do see that Miss Maria is going to have a sale. And so I do thank you, Miss Martha. We do try to remember y'all to put Instagram updates on there. I don't know how to schedule them yet. I need my friend Christine, the tech wizard, to show me how to pre-schedule Instagram posts. I don't know how to do that.
Oh, I have to have my daughter do everything for me on Instagram. I'm just, honey, yes, this is what I want to do. Here is my phone. That's her thing.
I just keep pushing buttons until things happen. And sometimes the right thing happens, sometimes the wrong thing happens. I have learned 3 little dots mean there's more options. So it's like a window. You open it and then my favorite is finding the delete button because I've apparently put something out there that, I wasn't finished.
Yeah.
That in the edit button because I'm always spelling something wrong and Siri thinks
Oh, heavens.
trying to say. So I just want to thank you so much, Joanne, for coming on today and doing my chat with me. I'm super excited. And then I even got her to say that she would do a sale with me. So I'm super excited about that. Oh, good. Vintage Conversation says Angela Marksberry is going to make tutorials for us for Instagram.
Oh, wow.
I'm up for that class.
Really?
Yes. So I know, like Angela Marksberry does the Instagram calendar. She tries to keep up with the calendar for all stuff. And so she also is doing some merch ideas for people, and she's a good tech person. But she said, I do remember that, Martha. Thank you for reminding me that she was going to do some Instagram for dummies. And I'm gonna be right there because it looks like I know, but I have to get Lovey's daughter Macy Grace to show me when she comes. I'll be like, okay, I just apparently got music. I never had music before, and she was like, look, I don't know why you don't have music. Everybody else in the world has music, but you. And I was like, I don't know how to on your post your stories.
I didn't know that either.
I apparently have music now. She found that and showed me. So I just want to say thanks for everybody joining us. We had a really great time today, and we got to know a little bit more about Joanne. I kind of felt like I already know her because I've been watching her YouTube and stalking her for a while. So and then I got to talk with her on the practice run for StreamYard because she doesn't normally use StreamYard.
Yeah.
So this is new for her. Is Violet still there, or did she go away?
No, I'm surprised you can't hear her snoring.
Oh,
yeah. She's laying right down here, just snoring away. Yeah.
Before, right when we got started, she was like, just heads up, I have a co-host that is a very needy individual.
Yes, she is.
You got still and she got still and she's taking a nap now.
Yes, she is. This was too much for her. It was too much for her.
Too much fame at one time.
Beth, before we go, I want to thank you very much for reaching out to me. This was a lot of fun, and I am really looking forward to Monday night. So thank you so much.
Oh, thank you. That was sweet of you. So y'all make sure that you check out Joanne and make sure that y'all come back for our live sale on Monday. And y'all know the deal. Until next time, y'all stay pretty and be sweet. Bye, y'all. Thanks for coming.
Thanks. And take very, very good care of yourselves.